Alright, wanted to make a real quick video on changing out the BJB or the battery junction box, fuse box, on a 2020 to 22, maybe even 23 Super Duty. On this truck, every time I'd wash it, I would find that the truck wouldn't shut off for a few minutes after I washed it. Well, after doing a little research, found a bunch of videos on the BJB and the cover not being put on, and I actually found this cover sitting. You could actually see these two hanging out, which obviously is not a factory defect. This truck has been upfitted with a service body, so people have been in the fuse box putting other upfitter stuff on it. So be aware, if you're having any electrical issues, check this lid and that it is actually clicked in. Sits in those two tabs. It should click all the way down to actually be sealed up. Now the process for doing this, pretty easy. It's actually not bad at all. You disconnect. I just took the negative terminal off the driver's side battery. I took both terminals off passenger side battery. That's two 10 mils on top with a bracket, and then this tray is held in by 1, 2, 3, 4, and then you unclip this harness, pull it up, unclip these two, pull it up off that battery box. Comes right out. Not bad at all. And then the BJB will be sitting here. Those two bolts on top actually push the harness away and pushes the harness out of the BJB. So you'll start loosening them and then they'll get really loose and you think you're done. You've got to spin them quite a bit to push this harness out of that. And then there's just one 10 mil holding that on. So I will throw this one in there real quick. Oh, I do want to make a note while I have it out. If you look at the TSB, I'll actually insert the TSB here. It shows two different part numbers. They're identical except one part number ends in an A, which is if you have a diesel truck, and one part number ends in a B if you have a gas truck. Now, I've seen videos where they put the wrong part in the wrong box. If it's a gas, you're not going to have this 50 amp. Double check. Factory one, original one from 2020 had that. Also, a good way to check is DAE, diesel. If it's a gas, it'll say G as in George AE. Verify. New one has to have DAE, otherwise you will have a check engine light on. Truck will run and drive like normal, but you'll have a heater circuit fault that'll keep that on. So this just pops in there, finagle stuff out of the way. There's a clip here with a flathead and one. Try to point at it. It's on the back side. It's easier to put a stubby screwdriver back there, pop it back, pull that back corner up, and then pop this one off and it'll slide up and out. Pretty straightforward. I will actually see how that clicked in, and now I should be grabbing those harnesses, and then once I spin these in, it'll actually pull the harness up into it. Pretty cool design, pretty easy. I'll come back once I got this all bolted. Alright, got everything back together and it starts and runs. Like I said, the issue I was having was after I would wash it, the truck would not turn off. Let's see, this is how this sits. If you pull the cover off, this is how you're looking at it. If If you ever have it where it will not turn off, if you pull this 30 amp fuse kind of catty corner to that bolt, that will kill the ignition or the injectors and shut your diesel off. I'm not sure which one to pull on a gasoline, but pretty straightforward. These two are 7 mils. That one over there, that nut, is a 10, and these are 13 mil to get this battery tray out. You could possibly fight it and not take the battery tray out, but you're definitely going to want that out. Yeah, pretty straightforward, not bad. If I were you, I would rob all these old fuses out before you threw this in the trash, because that's probably $100 worth of fuses at the parts store today, so not a bad idea to keep them. Thanks for watching.